Hello, welcome to Spirit of Horse Gallery. I wanted to do a card reading with the Council of Horses Oracle for the coming year and saying goodbye to 2024 and the wisdom that we've gained from the last year and thinking of the present moment as we look into the future of the coming year and the wisdom that horses can bring us. I'm so happy to be here with you. I have my card deck that was just published, the Council of Horses Oracle, and co-created with Sandra Wallen. And I just wanted to share our insights from the horse wisdom. This is the card deck and the guidebook and the cards. And I'd like to shuffle the cards and gain some wisdom today for the year. And I wanted to do card reading based on Eohippus, which is the progenitor of the being that we now know as horse. Eohippus is one of the cards featured in the card deck and is the dawn horse. She was 56 million years ago, began the crossroads that led to the being of horse. And I thought this would be a fitting creation to share and moving forward into the new year. This is Eohippus in the body of the horse. So you can see the tiny little cat-sized creature that became this magnificent being that we know of as Equus. So this card and the reading for Eohippus stands for the crossroads, looking from the past into the present and the future. So I thought this would be really a beautiful way to do a card reading today. So I'd like to look at what we could choose for the reading for 2024. What wisdom can we look back upon, that horse wisdom that has brought us from this last year? What have we learned? What did we need to learn that we need to pay attention to? So I'm just going to cut the deck really quick and let the deck cut itself. That's always a fun way to see what card chooses itself. And the card that comes up is Kelpy. So Kelpy is the water horse from Ireland and Scotland. The creatures, there's many names known for these horses, and they represent taking us into the depths to discover what needs to be dismembered, what needs to be left behind so that we can move forward with more healing and more clarity into the future. So that's a really fitting card for kind of the world that we are coming into, what we've needed to leave behind, what is submerged, and what needs to re-emerge. It's a wonderful gift from this horse, who is known for its it doesn't take us lightly into the waters. It's definitely a creature of the deep, and deep wisdom and deep knowing that we need to embrace for the last year that we have come through. I'd like to read just a little bit from the Kelpy. Whoops. Excuse me. Okay. That's the thing about filming one video. You can't take a break. So Kelpy is about, it's necessary to disappear from your external world to reclaim your internal one. And the message for horsekind as well. Release all that has held you captive so you can remember and embody your true form. These cards are written both for humanity and the individual, and horses and horsekind. So the Kelpy is a being of the water, and they carry us underground, underwater, to take what we need to know and remember it. It seems frightening, and it's natural to fear what has been submerged. But in the depths of my watery world, she says, I sever you from the attachments to the limited persona you have created and embodied. Then I help reassemble you into a new form, free from heavy limitations that prevented you from remembering your connection with the source of life from which you came. So that's a powerful message from the Kelpy for the year that we're saying goodbye to. And for the present moment, looking into the moment now, what wisdom do we have that we can hold in anticipation of the coming year? Let the cards cut themselves for this present moment. Oops. Ambassador, Invincibility of Spirit. This is a work of art created by Sandra Wallen for the deck, and it shows a horse named Sutter from Return to Freedom. He was an amazing ambassador of wild horse kind to humanity, even though he was such a victim of abuse and cruelty. He became the kindest and most beautiful living example of wisdom from coming through adversity and coming into his knowing and being able to share his love despite what he had been through. So Ambassador is a wonderful card that represents resilience, trans-species healing, and radical forgiveness. So coming into this new year, we have the opportunity to embrace his wisdom of radical forgiveness. The message for humankind is, even in the darkest of places, love can be the light. And the message for horsekind, out of suffering, the strongest souls emerge. So that is amazing guidance for what we can be looking into the future instead of dreading where we're going. We have the resilience and knowledge that we've come through from the past to carry into our present and our future. The counsel from Ambassador involves talking about radical forgiveness. Never underestimate the healing power of this emotional elixir. It is a restorative that can help you re-inhabit parts of yourself that you may have become numb to or distanced from. So as a collective, since we're picking these cards for the collective, how can we restore and re-inhabit parts of ourselves and our communities, our earth, and our culture, and our country that we have become numb to or distanced from, and integrate those parts back into our lives. So that's a beautiful message from Ambassador. And moving into the future for 2025, what kind of horse wisdom can we gain for what the future holds and how we can embrace what we are looking forward to from the wisdom from the past and present? Eohippus reminds us that we evolve based on what choices we make at each crossroads. So this card would like to choose itself. And this is Equus Caverna. So Equus Caverna is a card that is the cave horses. So even though you would think that Eohippus was a long time ago, this is still a long time ago when the cave artists began recording their visions and feelings and emotions about all animals, but especially and most importantly to us horse lovers, horses were definitely one of the most popular creatures in the cave paintings. And so this card is representative of unearthing the creative impulse. So with 2025, we have an opportunity to unearth the creative impulse of our culture and our country and our individual selves so that we can embrace who we are truly meant to be going forward. Equus Caverna is unearthing that creative impulse. The horses from Equus Caverna say, you may not think of yourself as an artist, but being an artist comes naturally as something essential to humankind. Being an artist is not solely about making marks or sculpting forms. It's about making connections between your ideas and actions. It can also include accessing the skills and imagination you already use in your daily life and applying them differently in focused and innovative ways. So I think that we are moving forward into a time where we have to be innovative. We have the opportunity to embrace the past, but we have new wisdom that can bring us forward into the future. And the Council of Horses and Horsekind, as we know, are guiding us to our best selves and those best selves that can show up for others. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve celebration, looking with hope and resilience and trust into the new year. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. Take care. Bye-bye.